Okay, we're going to look at seizures.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by seizure, Ed?
My go-to would be epileptic seizure.
Yeah,
that one,
there's many different types of seizures, okay, and it normally depends on the sort of area affected in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you've got the sort of typical sort of tonic-clonic seizure.
Okay.
What I mean by that is person becomes unconscious, laying on the floor, flailing arms, potentially biting their tongue, that sort of thing, loss of consciousness. They can do all sorts of things because basically they're using all their muscles and all their sort of energy into that seizure.
With no restraint as well.
With no restraint, exactly. So it can be a very sort of difficult thing and a hard thing to watch, and very difficult for the family and everything else to deal with.
It makes the little designs. It's like a gear. You put your pencil in holes in it, and anyway, it makes all kinds of designs. Why don't you guys go out? Because the nurses are going to be coming in. Hi. He generally vomits after.
He does? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he quite often loses bladder.
Okay.
You can also have something called a focal seizure, which may have been called an absence in the past. So it could be like you may be very bored of what we're doing, Ed, and just be staring into space. But I say, Ed, and you can, and you're back. If you're not coming back and you're just basically staring there, that could be a sign that you could be having a seizure.
Jordan, you hear Mama? You hear me? Jordan, hey,
yeah.
Did you hit her hand?
So how we deal with that is different sort of methods of dealing with it. Obviously, if you're about to have a full seizure, sometimes people know that a seizure is about to happen, or it could be the first time they've ever had a seizure. Okay, so if you ever witness that, you could make sure that that person is helped down to the floor, making sure something's under their head, because they could be banging their head onto the floor.
Oh my god. Fuck. What the fuck do we do? What the fuck? No. No, please, Josh, you're alright. Josh. Oh my god. Hurry. Just call 911. Yeah, 911. Oh, Josh. Josh, what do we do? What hurts? What hurts? What hurts? Josh, what hurts? He's fucking turning blue. Oh shit, dude! He's twitching. Oh, he's fucking spazzing out. Oh, Josh. Oh shit! Yeah, what the fuck do we do? Oh my god, Josh. You alright, man? Josh, you okay? Oh my god. Josh, I don't know. You're out. What happened to my friend? What the fuck? He was just spazzing out. He was twitching and everything. I think he's okay now. He's talking. He's awake. But he fell when we were skateboarding. Just send an ambulance or something. Send something. Alright. What the fuck? We're over at the Continental Theater.
The vocal seizure, there's not a huge amount you can do about that. If you need to find out, get a lot of history from that person. If it's the first time, they could be like, oh, that's never happened to me before. The same with both sort of seizures, then they need to seek medical help, okay? Another time is when they have a seizure and they go into seizures, repeated seizures, okay? Because all that time they could not be breathing and they're not getting the oxygen that they need. So as we know, if they're not getting the oxygen they need, then potentially they could go into a cardiac arrest. Okay, so again, a serious situation. Tonic-clonic seizure, Ed, if the seizure lasts for more than 5 minutes, yeah, or if it's, as I say, going into another seizure and they're repeated, or if it's the first time they've ever had that. Okay, so they need to be seen by a medical professional.
Okay.